Hello there, welcome back to Toothpoint Python Basics class. And today what we have today is expressions. So we're going to learn how to enter expressions into Python. Okay, so basically in Python something like 2 plus 2, or let's say 4 plus 4, okay, all these things are called expression. Okay, an expression is the most basic kind of programming. Okay, so expressions consist of values and then operators. Okay, so for instance, the 2 plus 2 example, or 2 plus 3, or 2 plus 5, or 5 plus 6. In this example, the 2 or the 5, they are the values, okay, and the plus sign or the addition sign is the operator, okay, is the operator. So together these things form expressions. Okay, so let us get into coding and see what I mean by expressions. Okay, so this is my desktop. So we're going to see what we mean by expressions. Okay, so to go there, let us use our CMD. We're going to use the Python IDLE in our CMD for now. Okay, so first you go down to the search icon in your taskbar, and then you type CMD and then hit enter. So your CMD will open. Okay, so here after the CMD opens, we type Python. Okay, so now we are now in the interactive shell, or our Python IDLE. So here we're going to key in our expressions. So for instance, when we say 2 plus 2, okay, so this thing we are seeing here as in let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay, as in 2 plus 2, okay, all together is an expression. Okay, so the 2 is the value and the addition sign is the operator. Okay, good. And one thing we should also know is that expressions, all of them evaluate down to a single value. So as you can see here, 2 plus 2 gives us 4. So they evaluate to a single value. So for instance, if I should key in 5 plus 7, okay, expression, all right, so this expression is going to evaluate into a single value, okay, and the value is 12. Okay, so this is what expressions. Next, we talk about operators. Okay, so in the expression example, we use an operator, the plus sign. Okay, in our example. Okay, but the plus sign is not the only operator out there. There are a lot of operators out there. Okay, so we have that of the exponent, we have the modulo, or maybe the remainder, we have the integer division, then we have division, we have multiplication, subtraction, and addition. And in our expression example, we used the addition. Okay, so now let's look at the other operators out there. Okay, so we are back into our CMD's IDLE, okay, or interactive shell, okay, through our CMD. Okay, so we are going to experiment with the other operators out there. So first of all, we have the exponent operator being double star, okay, or is it asterisk or whatever? Yeah, double star. We're gonna go with double star. So our exponent operator is double star. Okay, double star. or I think we can also call it order or something like that. I'm really sure. Okay, so for instance, if I do something like 2 exponent 2, the answer is 4. Okay, so sometimes we can also say 2 raised to the power 2, right? So this is more like the power raising the exponent, 2 raised to the power 2. So the exponent is also an operator. Now, the next operator we're going to talk about will be the modulus, or maybe the remainder. So in Python, the remainder is the percentage sign is used for the remainder. Okay, so now let me key in an example. We can go from, let's say, 22 remainder modulo 8, sorry, and the answer is going to be 6. Okay, 22. So this is the remainder. Okay, so basically what this thing is doing is when you put 8 into 22, what remains? It remains what? 6. So the remainder. Okay, that's the modulo. Okay, let's talk about the integer division. Okay, so the integer division, oh sorry, we use double slash. Okay, the backward slash, backward or forward. Yeah, we use the double slash for the integer division. So this thing you are seeing here is the integer division. Okay, so now let us use it for an example. Okay, so for instance, we go with 22 again. 22 divided by 8. Okay, but this is the integer division. Okay, later on I'm going to explain what I mean by integer division. Okay, so we get 2, right? We get 2. This is the integer division. Okay, now this one is basically talking about how many times 8 can divide 22, which is 2, right? Okay, now let's talk about the main division. The main division, okay? So let me put in an example, the same 22 divided by 8, okay? Which is 2.75. Okay, so if you look at these two from here down to here, we could see that the first one, 22 divided by 8, being the integer division operator, it gave us 2, right? And then the next one, 22 divided by 8, being the main division, it gave us 2.75. So basically you can say that this one is a floating point division, okay, because it gives us a float, and the first one gives us an integer. Okay, so floats are more like the fractions. Okay, now here when we divide 8, when we put 8 into 22, right, 8 will go into 22 like twice, right, remaining something, right? So it is a fraction, right? It's a fraction, but the integer is not going to output the fraction. It's just going to input the integer value. Okay, but when you use the floating point division, it will output every value out there. Okay, it will give you the exact value. It won't just output the integer, but rather it will give you a float. Okay, the fraction. Okay, it will give it to you. So that is the difference between the integer division and the main division, or the floating point division. Okay, now let's talk about the next operator. Okay, the next operator, that is multiplication. Okay, so 1 star is for what? Multiplication. 1. And double star is for exponentiation. Okay, so 1 star for multiplication. For instance, if you want to do something like 2 times 2, which is what? 4. Okay, that is the multiplication operator. So that is what we just used here. Okay, But if you want to do exponentiation, okay, then we're gonna go to double star 2. Okay, double star 2, more or less like 2 raised to the power 2. Okay, not 2 times 2. When you want to do 2 times 2, the star is only 1. But when you want to do 2 raised to the power 2, the star is what? 2. Okay. Okay, now the next operator we're going to look at is the subtraction operator. Okay, the subtraction operator, this operator. Okay, the subtraction operator. So now we're gonna try something. Maybe 4 minus 2. Okay, and the answer is 2. So basically, we are subtracting 2 from 4, right? We are subtracting 2 from 4. So this is the subtraction operator. Okay, so Python can be used for mathematics. Okay, for mathematics, you can use Python to solve your math problems. Okay, so this is the subtraction operator, but I'm not going to talk about the addition. I'm not going to talk about the addition operator because we've used it in our expression already. When we were talking about expression, we used the addition operator. So I'm not going to talk about it again now. Okay. So these are the various expressions we have in Python. Okay. Okay. So we're going to end here. So thank you very much for taking part in this class. See you again in the next one. Bye bye.